What's going on, everybody? And
Hi, everybody.
Welcome to our third
podcast.
Our third podcast.
Because Dave is going to count them every time.
I'm not going
to... Are you going to do that?
No, I'm not going to count them every single time.
But that's what you're doing.
When we get to episode 44, maybe I'll stop counting, but right now I'm going to continue to count. So, boy, we got a
This is Chit Chat.
Oh, I forgot. That's right.
With Jen and Dave.
It is Chit Chat with Jen and Dave.
Because we're chit-chatting.
I made a mistake there. But guess
what?
We
talk about stuff.
We talk about stuff. We have fun doing it. And
I do.
Yeah. I'm having fun with you.
I like talking with you.
It's fun.
Or to you, with you.
Because I'm actually looking right at you. I don't think they realize it.
Even though all I see is like wires up in your face.
I see them too.
I don't have wires in my face.
I know you don't.
Those wires make me go cross-eyed. So I'm glad that you rigged this to push the wires down.
No, I get it. I get it.
It's too much. It's too much, honey.
Yeah. No, I get it. And,
I went cross-eyed.
I know.
Seriously.
I know. Well, today is a pretty good show. I think we have a lot to talk about with a lot of the things that we've been experiencing. Experiencing. It's a funny word. Healthy food.
You want to know what's a funny word?
No, experiencing's pretty funny.
But you want to know what's a really weird, crazy word?
Say that 3 times.
What's a weird, crazy word? Bangs.
Bangs?
Yeah.
Why?
Bangs.
Why?
It's a weird word.
Bangs?
Yeah. You know what a bang is, right?
But where did that come from? What are you referring to? Like your hair?
Well, because you said experiencing is a weird word. Well, that's not really a weird word. The weird word is bangs. Yeah, bangs. It comes down to your eyebrows. Bangs. People's hair. Bangs. When they have bangs. What the heck is that? What kind of a word is bang? You're speechless.
We have a very interesting show today.
Saying.
I know.
Think about it.
I am thinking
bang.
about it.
It's a weird freaking word.
I am thinking about it.
You made me think about weird words.
I know. But honestly, guys, since we've been on this health thing for about the better part of a year, we've tried different foods.
I've been maintaining for 10 months.
Yeah. And honestly, I've had some foods over this period of time that I never thought I would even like.
Oh, yeah. You
know what I mean?
Cauliflower.
Cauliflower is definitely one of them.
I had to trick you into it. But hold on. Let's go back to cheddar cheese.
All right.
So let me tell this story.
No, go ahead.
So when we were married, it was like our first apartment, right? It was inside of a year of our marriage, and we were out buying like sandwich meat and stuff. I wanted to get cheddar cheese, and you were like, ew, gross, no cheddar cheese.
Yeah, right? You're right.
You're like, I am not putting cheddar cheddar on my sandwich.
Never,
and I'm like, but cheddar cheese is really good.
Never.
You didn't want to do it.
Nope.
No, you wouldn't do it. So I was like, whatever that day. So I went back to the store without you and bought cheddar cheese and made you a sandwich. And I remember you saying, this cheese is so great. I told you it has to be American, not cheddar. And I'm like, yeah, Dave, that's cheddar. And you got so pissed.
Yeah, I did. And it also leads us into the next thing that you tricked me into, which was Italian wedding soup.
But how did you feel? Tell everybody your feelings about cheddar cheese when you found out, oh my God, I actually like cheddar cheese. And now in the restaurant, you'll be like, yeah, I want the cheddar and not American.
I felt tricked and betrayed, and I felt
betrayed.
I felt like I had to almost not give you the satisfaction of knowing that I actually liked it. So I would play into this whole game of yours, and I would say, boy, I'm really glad I thought about trying cheddar cheese for the first time, even though you were the one that got me into the cheddar.
But you took a bite of your sandwich and you did the whole head nod. Like he does this head nod thing, like
yeah,
kids that he likes it.
The kids make fun of me for it. They tease me like when we're out to eat. They'll imitate me with the
head nod.
And I do it involuntarily. I don't even realize I'm doing it, but you did. You tricked me into something else. When we started getting healthy, we started eating all this healthy food.
You said you would never eat cauliflower.
No, but the big one was, right. But the Italian meatball soup is what I'm actually referring to.
Yeah, so I made Italian meatball soup or Italian wedding soup or AKA meatball soup, right? And it has cauliflowered rice in there. And I remember you eating it and you were like, oh my God, we can't eat this. It has rice in it. You started freaking out. And I'm like, yeah, it's cauliflowered rice. Thank you. Have a nice day. And you loved it. And here's one more thing. I made that soup recipe for my dad too. And he called me up and he was like, Jen, what are you giving me? I'm not supposed to eat rice. Because he was on the plan for a little while. He's like, I'm not supposed to eat rice. What are you giving me? And I'm like, it's cauliflowered rice. He's like, I don't like cauliflower. And I was like, you do now.
Right.
But you have to give it a chance. Well, don't knock it till you try it.
Yeah, and there's a lot of foods out there that actually surprised us. And like before we started getting healthy, I would walk into the store. I would walk into the produce aisle. And there were things that I would see in the store that I was like, you know what, I'm never even going to buy that anyway. But a spaghetti squash, for example, is a perfect example.
One of my favorites.
Yeah. Spaghetti squash. Spaghetti squash is definitely one of my favorites too. I actually like that more than a lot of the other foods that are out there. I love it.
Buffalo chicken spaghetti squash is a great recipe.
Yeah, and then you started.
And there's another less spicy chicken spaghetti squash one too. I think it's called Enchilada chicken spaghetti squash, but those are both really, really good.
Right.
Very filling too.
Yeah, and then because spaghetti squash you can have with just about anything.
Absolutely.
And the only thing about it is it's very watery.
It can be.
So you got to be careful.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like cauliflower, where cauliflower, you really need to put it into a cheesecloth and just like squeeze it, right, to get all that liquid out. That's cauliflower. But,
yeah.
So it's not like that. But
no.
If it sits any amount of time, it can get juicy. Like, what about when you take it for leftovers at work? How juicy is it?
It's a little bit more juicy, but I just... I dump it down the drain, and it's fine.
Yeah. So it's manageable.
Because honestly, I haven't had pasta in over a year.
Me neither.
And
I have no desire.
No.
Right? It's palmini noodles. It's spaghetti.
That was good. That was good.
I just did it.
It was good.
You make fun of me for that, and I just did it.
You did.
Spaghetti squash. I said spaghetti.
Yeah, you totally butchered that. But what about?
Wow.
But what about like you started eating the Jicama Wraps too? That's another thing.
No, I love the Jicama Wraps. I know you like something called egg thins.
Egg thins.
Because you like it more soft.
Yeah,
right?
The Jicama Wraps are like wet. It's like a vegetable.
They're not wet. But there's like a crunch into them, right? So and that's what I like about them. More kind of like a thin water chestnut.
Yeah, I'm not into that.
But a thin one is really the best I can describe it.
And I think
that's what I like about it.
And I think
like
that's
water
why
chestnuts.
I don't like it is because it just feels like I'm biting into I am biting into a vegetable. That's just what it is. But I want to get back on cauliflower because the one thing that I've had that tasted better than anything I've ever had when it comes to faking it. Now, I used to love mashed potatoes, but I don't eat starch anymore. I don't eat the pastas. No. I don't eat, I try to stay away from the breads. I'll have it every now and again.
Yeah, a couple bites.
Yeah, but cauliflower mash was something that you made with shrimp. Mm-hmm. And I got to tell you, I wasn't making it up. We did that Facebook.
It's shrimp and cauliflower grits. It's one of your all-time favorites. I love it too. No doubt.
We did the Facebook Live video where we made that, and you made me eat the stupid thing on camera. And I don't like eating in front of people. I just think it's weird when I see people on YouTube or TV eating food. I don't like it.
That's why I do that to you.
Right. When I took a bite of this, I gotta say the reaction that I gave was not an Academy Award winning actor
you
performance.
did, but like I knew you liked it because you started doing the head bob. You were like,
I did
head bobbing.
I
like,
liked
I
it.
can't
I really
describe
liked it a lot, and that's why I'm trying to tell you guys, if you're listening or watching the podcast, don't be afraid of trying these healthy options because you can make them work. You just got to find the right recipe.
Like I always say, don't knock it till you try it, right? A lot of people are like, oh, I have to cover my meatloaf in bacon. Well, why?
Yeah.
And then in the same sentence, I need to lose weight. I have, acid reflux. I have high blood pressure. I have heart issues. I have this, diabetes, this, that, the other. Well, first step, stop wrapping everything in bacon.
No, I agree.
Like, serious.
There's
I'm not saying that to be rude.
No, there's a lot of people
saying.
that do that, and I don't understand it. You already have, for example, meatloaf. I posted on the internet of the smoked meatloaf that I made, and people were coming in saying, "Yeah, I wrap mine in bacon." I'm like, "Why? You don't need to wrap it in bacon. It's fine the way it is." But it is what it is. But ultimately, at the end of the day, if you keep continuing to eat like that, you're going to end up sick.
Yeah.
And look, and you know this, and people that know me know this, that I'm constantly out there on the grill.
Oh, yeah.
I'm always out on the grill, and you don't have to make things that are unhealthy all the time.
Right.
What are those things? The zucchini squashes.
Yeah.
We put those on the grill.
You put romaine lettuce out there on the grill.
Romaine lettuce, what is it, portobello mushrooms?
Yep.
I mean,
all of it.
I mean,
Grill
of course,
it.
I do. I put the meats on the grill. I put the pork. I put the meatloaf. I put the steaks. But not everything has to be bad for you.
No, it doesn't. I remember when so you had gotten your grill, your pellet grill. You were so excited about it. And then like literally within that same week, I was like, yep, I ordered this. I'm going to be on this healthy lifestyle thing. And you got so nervous. Like, when am I going to use my grill?
Yeah.
Right? You were like, we just bought this. When am I going to use it? But honestly, grilling is one of the healthiest ways to eat your food because the fat and the grease just drip off of it, right? So as long as you're not wrapping it in bacon, right?
Yeah.
Dousing it in all this butter and oil and grease and nastiness, it's one of the best ways to cook your food.
And that's that's another thing I wanted to stress.
We use it more,
I
think, than we would have if we didn't, learn of this healthiness.
Right. And that's one of the things I wanted to stress even more, like what Jen was saying, is you can enjoy food even if it's good for you. I always thought the opposite, and that's why I was so reluctant to try and lose weight, because I always thought, well, in order for me to lose weight, I'm going to have to eat berries and twigs. No, you can eat pulled pork. You can eat chicken. You can eat steak.
Yeah.
You need
to know your portion sizes.
You need to know your portion sizes.
What you're putting on it. What you're putting on it. Yeah.
And then also your sides. You don't have to have mashed potatoes and butter.
Cauliflowered mash, baby.
Cauliflowered mash,
That is such a great alternative. It's one of your favorites.
With a little bit of hot sauce.
You asked me to make it.
Yeah. I don't ask you to make it because I'm trying to be nice or I'm trying to give you the impression that I want to be healthy. I literally like it. Like, this is not
genuinely you like the healthy food.
And
you have more energy. You're more upbeat, right? Because you're not bogged down, right?
And we're getting older. We need to kind of be a little bit more aware of what we're putting in our bodies, because I got to tell you, we were in a bad place a while back. Yeah. It wasn't even more than a year ago that we were overweight, and we were, we've said it in the first podcast where you were going to the doctor and you had high blood pressure. So I really hope that
it was such a miserable time.
Yeah, and I hope this podcast resonated with some of you guys out there.
Honestly, here's
really
what
do.
I'm going to say. This is like mere fact truth. When you get control of your health and you start you feel better about yourself, inside, outside, everything else becomes so much more bearable. It does. And that's what this, program that we've been on has helped us to do, because it gets you healthy from the inside out.
Right.
And I just want to tell everybody there's such an easier way. We did not spend hours upon hours upon hours in the gym or exercising. None of that.
I got to tell you, that's one thing I wanted to touch on before we kind of close this podcast is I see people all the time. I'm not, okay, but when I say this as a disclaimer, I'm not saying anything bad about these people. Hear me out. What I'm saying is I see people all the time running, riding their bikes, they're doing exercises, but I can see that they're overweight. Yeah. No problem. That's not my point.
I commend you for giving an effort, right?
Exactly. My point is, after you're done running, after you're done riding your bike, after you're done doing all of these great exercises, and yeah, I applaud you for doing it, but after you guys are done doing that, what are you putting into your body? Are you going to McDonald's? Are you having a pizza?
Exactly.
So you can exercise all day, but if you're not making good choices, excuse me.
That's right.
That's going to be an issue.
Yes, because your health is 80% nutrition and 20% of your exercise,
right,
or your activities.
Right.
So, yeah, it's most important to get your nutrition, where it should be, your blood sugar, set up your metabolism, and that's what I can help people do.
Right. And I'm glad we were able to talk about this. And as far as the podcast goes, guys, I want you guys to hear me out or see me out. If you guys are watching the podcast, great. I'm glad you guys got a chance to see us. But if you guys are listening to the podcast, be sure to check out the links down below to our YouTube channel. That's where you can watch the podcast if you're listening, or if you're watching.
And our YouTube channel is what? Enjoying Life with Jen and Dave.
Exactly.
Right. We have hiking videos and stuff, just us living life.
And it's not just podcasts. Yeah. But if you guys are watching the video and you know what, you don't have time to watch it, you just want to listen to it, we have our Buzzsprout podcast link down below too. So you guys can listen to it, you can watch it. But please, as I said in the last episode, give the podcast a chance. Give Jen and myself a chance. We're just starting out doing this.
Check out our Instagram.
Exactly.
Mine is Jen_Pauze, Pauze.
And we'll leave all yours? We'll leave all those links down below for you guys, so you guys can click on that. But I got to tell you, thank you guys. I really mean it. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
And
this was fun.
Do you want to close us out again?
Well, you love when I close us out.
Go ahead and close us out. I got to get a drink of water. Close us out. Bring it on.
Well, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your week. This has been real. And, hit the like button, subscribe, share. Let us know if you need anything at all. We're always here. You can send us a message through the Instagram, through the Facebook. You know how to find us.
Right.
And we hope you all have a wonderful week.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us. Chit Chat.
Peace out.
Man.
Love you all.
She did it again.
Bye.